What's up, guys? This is your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele, coming to you live on a Saturday night. Good to see you guys. What is going on? Lots of folks coming into the room right now. Lots of familiar names and some new folks as well. We always like to see both. Awesome. Just a huge day. Again, another epic day in Dogeland, in the crypto world. A lot of dynamic shifting. A lot of definitely some unexpected things, as well as some things we have been anticipating. Who do we have in here? We have M.D. Hewitt, Hank Dank, Johnny Bullets, Dave Carter, Ariel, Chris, Traveling Doge. Welcome, Delos Doge, Hank Dank, of course. Evie, hello Evie, Rock Lobster, Hamada, Dogecoin Tweet, Version Layer, Dave Carter, Mama Crypto, and the list goes on. Folks. Great to see you guys. Make sure you smash that like button if you haven't already. It takes a split second of your time. It doesn't cost you a dime. It's the number one thing you can do to help a new, exciting, emerging channel like this get up in front of more viewers. Also, if you're brand new here, I'd like to personally welcome you and welcome you to join the community here. We are building just an exemplary community. We are growing every day, and we are doing something that's just totally different here and totally wild and fun. And we'd love to have you be a part of it in our continuing ascension to the moon and beyond. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell, hit all on the notification bell, and join us. Also, if you already have subscribed, take a second just to make sure you've hit the notification bell and hit all notifications. That way you never miss when we go live ever again. You never have to wonder about me missing a stream. You'll never have to wonder about, missing special guests and all those sorts of things. And lastly, if you feel compelled to super chat to support the show at any time throughout this broadcast, that's always very, very appreciated. You can put whatever questions or comments in those chats, and I will prioritize those to the best of my ability. Great to see you guys. Definitely no shortage of things to talk about, and here to help me navigate through all that is a man that most of you are all familiar with, Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. Hello, Nick.
Hey, Steven, what a day.
Yeah, and the beat goes on. Some of this news just kind of started evolving literally minutes before we hit the airwaves tonight. With Elon tweeting out.
Yeah, I mean, it's obviously, we knew, he's been working with the dev team, and I think we started to see kind of what he's expecting from the devs going forward. Some of his requests are extremely easy to solve right away. One in particular is not, and it's going to take a lot of legwork to get done if it is possible at all. So we'll go over that here in a minute.
Yeah, definitely. And we're going to go over what Elon exactly said and what we're referring to. Rock Lobster coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Thank you, Rock Lobster. Hashtag accept Doge was and is a killer idea. And that is that still trending? I know it was trending a lot of the day today on Twitter. Accept Doge. Hashtag accept Doge.
Check North America.
Yeah, but that was trending most of the day, except Doge. I think that was a really smart campaign to kind of help normalize Doge within retail and encourage more retailers to indeed accept Doge, right? Because this is the plan. This is the plan for Doge all along, is to be an everyday currency. And so owners of Dogecoin holders have been rallying in the hopes of more and more businesses to accept it as an option form of payment.
It is still number one trending in the United States.
That is excellent. And good to see. I have to admit, I have not tweeted out the hashtag accept Doge, so I'm going to do that right now. just so I can support what's going on out there. And so we're just doing that. I almost misspelled accept, so.
It's been a long day. I don't know about you, Steven, but I am absolutely beat. I don't know like what came over me today. I had like the worst leg workout in a while. I'm just so tired. But like I you guys know I had a cheat meal on Thursday, and man, I burned through those carbs like fast. They are gone. And I am back to running on fumes. My body is just, I got 3 weeks left of this insanity. And then I can have pizza and be like a normal person again.
Yeah. Well, I'm sure your body knows exactly what to do with those carbs. So Elon so what we're talking about, guys, Elon responded. Okay, Elon responded, and he responded to a tweet from It's All Risky, right? Responded to a tweet from It's All Risky. And so what I'm going to do is I'm going to read the tweet from It's All Risky, and then I'm going to read Elon's response to it. And it's all very, very interesting. First of all, I think it's very interesting how closely Elon watches It's All Risky's timeline in his tweets. I think that in of itself is particularly of interest. So It's All Risky tweeted this out. Elon is choosing Doge because Dogecoin is better than Bitcoin in many fundamental ways. Dogecoin has faster transaction speeds, lower fees, and less environmental impact than Bitcoin. Doge is affordable for regular folks because of its high supply. People's crypto. And then Elon responded about an hour ago, and this is what he said. Well, he actually had a couple of responses to it, so we're gonna get into those right now. I see his most recent response, but so it looks like he responded twice to this. So I am just going into those right now, you guys. So, okay, there it is. So Elon, the first thing he responded to was, ideally, Doge speeds up block time 10x, increases block size 10x, and drops fee of 100x. And then it wins hands down. What do you make of this response, Nick?
Yeah, obviously, I reached out to Billy on one of my posts, but he probably gets tagged 8,000 times a second, because I was interested in what the logistics of something like that entailed, and I was familiar with the code of when Dogecoin was originally created. I took a look at the code back then. But obviously, there have been a lot of changes made since that time. And Billy actually responded to Elon. And he said, you know what? The fee drop, easy. That's not hard. Billy actually hard-coded the 1 Doge fee in the very beginning. This was actually brought up in the Reddit community back in the day, what the transaction fee would be. And it was up to Billy to hard code that to 1. Not that obviously that now that's something that can easily be changed. So changing fee size, not a problem. Block size increase. So Elon wants the block size to go from 10,000 to 100,000. Easy. That's not hard at all. That's actually not even hard coded. We could change that right now. Block time speed increase. That is probably extremely difficult to do on something that's already been done. I don't know the logistics of making something like that happen. I would imagine that it would require a complete overhaul of the code. I don't know if that has ever been done to a crypto before. that's live. I mean, you can do it before you release, but I don't know what that requirement would be to make sure that happens seamlessly. Is it possible? Sure. With the backing of Tesla and SpaceX technology, so maybe one of the this is just, I don't, and keep in mind, guys, I'm a nobody. Don't take my word for this, but maybe you could transfer the blockchain temporarily to SpaceX's supercomputers and have it run on their system while they tweaked the lock speed and then kind of swapped it out. I don't know. I mean, I don't know the logistics of doing something like that. I would imagine that it is very hard to do. So with that being said, it is not impossible, but it is definitely something that is going to take a lot of, not money, but manpower and time and brains. We're going to have to like really think about this and really put some time and effort into it.
So what you're saying is the 2 out of 3 are very doable, but that last one is going to be quite a challenge.
Yeah, I don't know. Like I said, that last one, I've never heard of any other crypto that from our era that operates on the same principles that our crypto operates on. I've never heard of another cryptocurrency changing their block speed like that on the fly. I don't know if it can be done. I don't know. I don't know enough about the current code to tell you one way or another, but I do know, and this is coming from Billy, that it would be very difficult to do. What it would require to make it happen? Well, you got SpaceX and you got Tesla.
Right.
And you've got some extremely, extremely brilliant people who work there, who really know what the hell they're doing.
Right.
If it was going to be possible, they would make it. They would figure out a way to make it happen.
Sure.
But yeah, I mean, it's going to take. I advocate so much for the Doge devs, but there's only a handful of them, guys. There's we're not like, and we're an extremely small team compared to every other crypto out there currently. So yeah, I mean, it would take. It's going to take a lot more people to look at this and figure out how to make this happen. But there's incentive to do so. So I think Elon will make it happen.
Yeah. I agree with you there, Nick. Esteban coming in. What is the name of this song? I just listened in. It's kind of funny because the only way I can actually hear which song's being played on the broadcast, because in the recording room, we don't hear the music, but I just listen.
We can't hear it.
But when I listened in, sorry, just a moment. I have to answer the super chat. So so thank you for your $2 super chat. Name of the song. It's going to be by, I don't know the name of the song, but it's the artist. It's a collective. He goes by the name White Bat Audio. And sorry, that's about the best I can do on that. As you're saying, Nick.
Oh, I was just saying we can't. I always wish that I could hear the music, but I can't. We can't hear the music. So in that same way with Crypto Batman, we can't hear the music with Crypto Batman either, and I hate that.
Yeah.
So you both have really good music.
Yeah. It's just how it is. That's just how the process goes. Guys, you were listening to your man, Real Deal, Steven Steele, coming to you live on Saturday night, Doge After Dark. Dogecoin, the show goes on. Also, we're going to get into a little bit of the ASS coin. My guest is someone that you guys are very familiar with, Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls, joining me with the first half of the show here. We are talking about the tweets that have just transpired moments before We went live tonight. Elon Musk responding to "It's all risky." It is just a phenomenal and fascinating conversation to be seen played out in public. As we know now, Elon Musk has been talking to Dogecoin developers since 2019. Since 2019. Total mind blower for most people, and most of us, including me, had no idea that he had been in such close contact with Dogecoin devs for the last 3.5 years. And now we see him taking the more aggressive steps forward with Doge to ensure that Dogecoin's performance will be maximized. So these, to me, Nick, these are the words and the tweets and the behavior of someone who's very serious about making Dogecoin the predominant cryptocurrency of the planet, don't you think?
I would completely agree. And as you were saying that, it just kind of struck me as funny that, you know, there's enough going on with Doge every day that we can have a kind of news-oriented show, and like there's something new, big, something huge that happens every day that we can cover. You cannot say that about every other crypto, unless it's usually like bad press, like Cardano has like terrible things happen every day. Although I will say that Cardano is like the one thing that's saving my portfolio right now, which I would have never been able to make that call in a million years. But like Doge is so crazy that we can have a daily show, and I don't think how long have we been doing this? It feels like we've been doing this for about a month now, at least every single day for a month. And we have never lacked content. There's literally something to talk about every single day. And it doesn't even matter that we're trading sideways. In fact, it's incredible that we're trading sideways on a day that Bitcoin is under $48,000.
Right.
Seems insane to me. If you would have told me this would have been the scenario that we're in 3 months ago, I would have laughed. There's no way. Like I wouldn't have believed you. I've been holding longer than pretty much anyone.
Yeah, I agree. So Nick, what do you think the next steps are? And just take the floor. I'll be back in 1 moment. I'll be back in 1 minute.
Yeah, sure. Yeah. So clearly, guys, we are looking at the reorientation of the Doge code. Something that is not impossible to do. There are some easy fixes to make Doge more user-friendly and cheaper for the average person. You got to keep in mind, guys, when Doge was made, Doge was a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a fraction of a penny. We didn't anticipate Doge being worth what it is today. So having the transaction fee be 1 Doge made sense back then, because that was a fraction of a fraction of a penny. But going forward, some things have to be malleable. Some things have to change. And with cryptocurrency, it's not like you can just flick a switch. Some things are easily fixed. The fee per transaction, that's a really easy fix. The block size per block, that's a really easy fix. But making Doge faster than other cryptos out there, and essentially making it greener, are not easy things to do once you've created the tech. These are all complex issues and complex problems that are going to take massive amounts of development and manpower. And I think we'll have that backing with the help of not just Elon Musk, but the resources that he has available to him. given the engineering capabilities of Tesla and SpaceX. So those are going to be extremely valuable assets going forward. And clearly, he's made up his mind that he is willing to support the cryptocurrency, not just with, he offered monetary support. We didn't take it. That plays into my Willy Wonka theory from yesterday, if anybody hasn't heard that. But yeah, it clearly is now getting the support of some of the largest companies on Earth. Well, Steven is gone for the moment. I will take some questions from the chat. If you have a question for me, feel free to at me in the chat. I'm in the chat room right now. My name is The Real Nick Balls. At me, and I will answer whatever question you send me right now for a limited time. Elon is ignoring the hot girl at the bar. XRP. Tyler Davis coming in with $2. I would say that XRP is probably the second pick, as it is the cleanest. Doge being the second cleanest to XRP. I like XRP. I just think right now, it's not feasible to be used on mass scale. It will be. I think it will be. It's just currently right now you can't. Ariel, what do you think of BitPay? I suggest that every retailer who's new to the crypto space, if they're like a small to medium-sized retailer, check out BitPay. Probably the easiest integration for like most normal companies that aren't like Amazon-sized. Isn't Doge already fairly green by comparison to other coins? This is coming in from Dylan Rodriguez. Yeah, it is. It's the second greenest crypto next to XRP, which I discussed earlier. It's just with all the problems with XRP, it's not sustainable right now. Alan says, what are my thoughts on ADA? I own ADA. I kind of wish I didn't, but it's made me like 40 grand today, so I'm not complaining, but I'm also not taking profits on it for like a year. So, yeah. What do you think it's all risky is Elon? This is coming in from Monkey Snake. Do I think it's all risky is Elon? No, I don't think it is, but I think they might have had a relationship in the past. They could have been hooking up previously or something. I don't know. So Imperial Beats, Nick, can I hang out with you and Alpha in Fort Lauderdale? Yeah, bro. If I'll be down there in June. If I make it over to Alpha's place, I'll send you a DM. How have been able? I don't know. Tony Hall, not a full question. Hank Dank, do you think we will be able to mine Dogecoin with the Neuralink implants in a few years? Which I'm totally getting one. That would be crazy. Maybe you could pay for your Neuralink with Doge and then transfer money via your telepathic telekinesis powers through your mind. Yeah, probably. Nick says, wouldn't you think that Elon has already established the speed concern since he's been working with the devs this long? Very good question. He probably has seen this as an issue in the past, but dedicating the resources to fixing this problem and actually fixing the problem are two totally different things. So we're probably at the stage now where he has the ability to dedicate the resources to making this problem not a problem anymore. Christopher James, Nick, did you early Doge investors were also into Litecoin? Yeah, Litecoin was the third cryptocurrency I bought. I bought Bitcoin in 2012, and I bought Litecoin when Litecoin first came out, and I bought Dogecoin right after that. Neuralink becomes our hardware wallet. Could be. I think that Neuralink is going to be first very promising for those people who are like spinal cord injuries and stuff like that. It'll be huge for people like that in the beginning, and then it'll start getting added to more and more applications.
You're doing good, Nick.
Yeah, thanks, bud. Tony Hall is asking, what do you recommend the best way to sell and support yourself without killing yourself in taxes? Tony, I tell people this all the time. This is just applies to people within the United States. You should hold any crypto. You shouldn't be holding a cryptocurrency or buying a cryptocurrency if you can't hold on to it for at least 12 months. If you live in the U.S., I don't know what the tax laws are in other countries, so I can't comment on that. But if you're in the United States and you buy a crypto, you should hold on to it for at least 12 months before you sell any, because you will gain a tremendous amount of benefit from long-term capital gains tax. Likewise, people say, all this money, I should cash out now. Well, like, did you really make all that money though? Like, how much money did you make? In my scenario, I've been holding on to Doge for over 7 years. I've made millions of dollars at this point. Yeah, it makes sense for me to cash some out, right? But if you've only made a few thousand, or even let's just say $10,000 to $15,000, does it make sense to cash it out under a year and lose, 40-something% of it? I don't think so. It doesn't make sense to me. I would caution people to really look at their long-term capital gains and hold all of their crypto assets for at least 12 months. Neuralink 3.0 is for everyday people use. Oh, I don't know too much about Neuralink. I mean, I know what the project is, and I've seen some of their applications before, but yeah, I don't think I'll be getting anything stitched in my brain anytime soon. At least we'll see. We are trading sideways right now. I mean, we're at basically 53 cents. So Dot Matrix asked a really good question. What if you buy more over time? The amount you buy over time ticks up your capital gains. So let's say you buy 10,000 today and you buy another 10,000 tomorrow. The 10,000 you buy tomorrow is, you add, that is, 12 months and a day to the 10,000 you bought yesterday. So you just have to look at it like that. Also, hire a CPA, guys. Please don't go to H&R Block. Don't turbo tax your crypto. You will be sorely disappointed. Mm-hmm. Like, not a smart thing to do. In the crypto world, you need to oh, see, Steve, I just got your text. Yeah, you will be very, very disappointed if you just try and cheap out on your taxes next year. If you've made any kind of gains in the crypto market, it is highly important to hire a well-versed CPA. My CPA, funny story, my CPA doesn't really know much about crypto. He does now, but his daughter called me the other day, and she was like, my dad told me you were like the crypto guy, and she wants to get into trading crypto. And my CPA knows, for the past, I don't know, I've been using this guy for almost a decade now, and he knows, like, how much I had made previously at my old job. And I called him when Doge first took off. I was like, hey, what if I had like long-term capital gains, like over at like $1 million or whatever it was worth at the time at 8 cents? He's like, wow, really? I was like, yeah. He was like, okay, I'll take care of it for you. And then I called him, like, when we got up into the 70-cent range, and I was like, it's a lot more than that. Yeah, he was freaking out. And but we'll get it taken care of. I don't care. I'll buy Uncle Sam a Lamborghini, whatever it takes to not Wesley snipe myself. Long-term capital gains tax is 0% up to 40K, 15% up to 445K, 20% anything over. Correct. Hank is correct about that. Plus your state tax. My state tax is in Illinois. I think it's around 5%. So it's about a quarter quarter of my every $1 million I make, I lose 250,000. That's just how I look at it. So, yeah. I don't really want to lose more than $250,000 next year. That's my goal. Captain Chronic 420. Can I get you and Nick's opinion on Helium blockchain? It looks like a way to buy extended Wi-Fi networks for faster, cheaper. Steven might need that. Wi-Fi than cellular. What's your opinion?
I'm actually looking
about.
I actually put out an inquiry to Starlink. They said they're going to get back to me about availability. So,
Some people get it right away.
Yeah.
Some people get it like in a couple weeks, and it just depends on where you live.
It's definitely pricier, but I think the service will be more than make up for it.
Oh, for sure. And realistically, I think I can't remember how much it was, like 180 a month or something like that. I can't remember what it is, but it'll go down obviously over time as more people get it. So I think it's worth it.
I don't have a strong opinion on Helium blockchain, if I'm being honest.
I don't either. I don't know anything.
Do you have anything to add to that, Nick?
No, I don't know enough about it. I've heard of it.
I can't hear you, Nick. Just a second. Nick?
Yep. Can you hear me?
Oh, here we go again. Just a second, Nick. Sorry. Nick?
Yep.
Okay. Yep. Got it. Okay.
Cool.
Okay. So, yeah. Do you have anything to add to the Helium blockchain question?
I've heard of it. I don't know enough about it to have an opinion one way or another.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know a lot about it, but all I do know about it, it's just basically, another one of these like people-powered kind of networks. People are mining, people are staking it, and all this stuff just gets so overwhelming, honestly.
Oh, dude, that's why I tell people this all the time. You guys, everybody in the chat, a lot of people DM me their like personal picks. Everybody wants to be, or they want to pull off like something like I pulled off, and I don't want to break people's hearts, but like the chances of what I did happening again, very slim. Like very slim. I was watching a video today just for laughs of a guy who was like trying to explain how SafeMoon could get to a penny, and the entire video is basically like yeah, actually this probably can't happen, like mathematically.
Right.
There's the chances of you getting in super duper super early to a project that explodes like this, it's 1 in a trillion. Like it is so incredibly rare. So you want to be able to maximize your buying power efficiently now. Yeah. Crypto is mainstreamed at this point. We're way past the early stages. Like,
oh yeah.
If anybody thinks they're like getting in bottom floor on anything, those days are way past us. There's 10,000 plus projects going on right now. Most of them, it's just like the chances of of even a fraction of them working out are so incredibly low. So you just have to really research your projects well, and remember that like you can't be going for these like insane gains like I made. It's just not possible. You have to really think about like what is realistic and what your exit strategy is like long term. Most people, I think people who buy into Doge now or have in the past year, they should be prepared to hold on to it for 7 to 10 years like I did. That's where you make gains. You don't make gains in like 2 months like people who bought SafeMoon thought they would. It's like that didn't happen for me, at least. Right. And I don't chase projects like that either. That being said, I would like to thank Steven on this one. I am I hate to say this, I am looking into ASS coin. And I told the creator If she wants to give me a call, I will talk to her. And if she calls me and I understand the project and it looks good, I will put $100,000 USD into ASS coin. I will.
Wait, how much?
I'll put 100 grand on it.
Oh my gosh. This is hilarious. Wow. This is kind of big news for a coin like that. That's you'd be I would assume you'd be the top whale at ASS coin.
I don't I told everybody this in the chat a few nights ago. I don't buy anything anymore. I don't put 1,000 or 10,000 or whatever. Like, I don't put that kind of money in.
Welcome back, guys. My apologies. I'm putting Spectrum on blast right now on Twitter because and I can't wait to get my Starlink. Hope if I can get Starlink. If not, I'll go to Comcast. Spectrum. I would just like to thank you guys. Ask Spectrum. I'd just like to thank you guys for the consistently horrible, consistently reliable, horrible, or just service. I am a full-time content creator, live stream host, talk show host, whose shows are constantly interrupted by your shit service. Starlink. Maybe I can tag Starlink. Starlink.
People are already tweeting it out for you.
Are they really?
Yeah. It's just a picture of your stream with it frozen.
That's awesome. Can't come soon enough. Cancel Spectrum. Full time. Relax. Y'all suck. A little harsh, but I've been dealing with this long enough, and I've been going back and forth with them all long enough. I've been very nice for a long time, and it just... So there we go. There we go, guys. Wait. I gotta reword this a little bit. I said consistent, reliable, so I had to redo it. It's unreliable. So there we go. But
I thought when you said that you were being snarky, and I was like, they're never gonna get that.
Yeah, I better state the obvious. There we go. Now it's where it needs to be. There we go. Now I'm going to copy this link and you guys can RT it and participate. So we're going to put Spectrum on blast, you guys. We're going to put Spectrum on blast. Because every night without fail, every night at the same time, and I've gone back and forth with their customer support, and it's just, I'm done.
This is one more thing, Steven, that I'm going to have to bring up there when Doge hits $1 and I come bring you the new computer setup. I don't think I can bring like a full satellite in the McLaren. I don't know if that's going to fit, buddy.
Yeah.
I can bring you a new computer, but I don't think that'll solve the internet problems.
Right, right. I'm ready for Starlink, man.
I think the initial investment is pretty steep because you got to buy their router or whatever. But once you get over that, I don't think it's like that much more expensive than like high-end Comcast. I have Comcast and I love it. It's expensive though. It's not cheap.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I'm obviously at the point where I gotta do it.
You know, I didn't know what property tax costed. I started looking at houses a couple months ago, and I live in a very like affluent area of Illinois, like outside of Chicago, and the property taxes here are crazy high. They're like, some of the houses I'm looking at, like they're not huge houses, but like the property tax is like almost like what the monthly payment would be on a, not that I'm paying cash for a house, but like still,
right,
like
right.
The property tax per month is like freaking insane.
Right.
Crazy.
Let's see. Let's get back to the chat here. Imperial Beats coming in $5. The joke about ASS in the Twitter space with Billy had me dying. I spilled my coffee all over my car seat. It still smells like mocha in my car. Yeah. Billy and I spent quite a long time talking about that coin last night and on our exclusive Twitter space and among other things. But yeah, we talked about it for quite a while, and the jokes were just really writing themselves. It was nonstop. It was nonstop. I think we can. I don't think like my channel will suffer any like serious strikes or anything if we start swearing on here, Nick. But I don't imagine it was. I mean, there's a lot of YouTube channels that swear a lot, right?
Oh yeah. I mean, the video itself might get demonetized.
Yeah, So it's not that we're in a violation. It's not that we will be in violation of any TOS. It's just that the video will be demonetized. This video will be demonetized, right?
Yeah, and we're not, especially too, we're not speaking about like anything vulgar. It's literally the name of the crypto.
Right.
I mean,
yeah.
That's what it's called.
Yeah. So I mean, it's one of these things where. We can't talk about this. I can't talk about this coin unless I'm ready to get demonetized for this one video anyway. So I think that's the only repercussion. I don't think the whole channel gets demonetized for it. I wouldn't think so. I think that would be pretty.
It might be worth it for you if I put $100,000 on it.
Yeah, totally. Yeah. So
push the price.
No, that's what I was just about saying. That's what I just wanted about. Sorry, that's just what I wanted to get into where. You would clearly be if not the top whale, Coin whale, if that's the direction that you went in. So,
I told Liv, she's got my info. I told her to give me a call. If she calls me and I talk to her and she explains to me the project, I've looked into it. I mean, I know the basics, but I want it. You know, if I'm putting $100,000 on something, I'd like to hear from the creator at least. You know, if she gives me a call, I'll talk to her.
Right. Yeah. It's one of these things where I think she's like on the road right now.
I know. She's all over the place.
So like, I think once she gets settled back, because she told me that we're planning on having her on the show here. So, but we're gonna reconvene when she. We're gonna reconvene when she gets back. Cool. So
2 seconds. I will be right back.
Yep, no problem. Property taxes are very high in Texas. Offset, no stats. Yep. Yeah, property taxes are pretty low in Texas, right? Someone said they're very high. I was the understanding that in most of Texas, property taxes are very low. I'm gonna put 50 grand in it. I will be the second biggest whale. Imperial Beat says, yeah, I mean, that would be, that's the thing. When you look at the, what is the market cap of Ascoin now? I'll have to check. I'm gonna look it up. Ass token market cap. I looked this up a few times before, but so the trading volume right now is about, okay, there isn't a market cap volume established yet as far as what's showing up on the stats because it's so new. It obviously, you can look up the 24-hour trading volume cap, but it's too new for. I'll have to ask Liv about it, but I'm sure, you know, the point is, you get an investor like Nick that's going to put in, you're going to get an investor like Nick. If Nick puts in $100,000 in a coin like that, it could significantly impact the market value of the coin. The coins like that are much easier to affect, you know, when they have the super low market cap like this and relatively underground still. So, and if Imperial Beats puts 50K in, wow. Yeah, it's one of these things too, guys, where yeah, I have, Trace says I have 1 point, almost 2 acres of land and a $356,000 home payment. Run a good $2,350 a month. Oh, wow. Okay, no problem. Man, that Twitter space last night just wasn't it. Yeah, sorry to hear that. Sorry to feel that way. Maybe you're the same guy that's put 5 thumbs down and logging in and out of accounts to do it. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I don't know what who peed in your Cheerios, bro. But you know, Billy and I had a really great conversation. It's one that he needed to have. And for those who have any, you know, enough intelligence to be able to empathize with Billy's situation and where he came from and what he's been through, I thought found the conversation extremely interesting. And my job as an interviewer, and I have a background in entertainment, is to give people that kind of forum, my guests, my interviewees, that kind of forum to feel comfortable enough and build a level of trust where they can open up to me. And so,
who's talking smack?
Yeah, you know, like just a few people are just kind of came in here talking smack about my Twitter space last night with Billy.
Damn it, Barry! We told you. You're not. You can't come in here. All right. This is a no Barry zone.
Yeah, and also to you guys, just so you know, when I do late night, not really during the day, but if you catch me like late night Twitter space, I think looks like, oh geez, maybe my internet's logging again. Okay, it's back. Yeah, so if you catch me on late night Twitter space, so it's all about context, right, guys? So late night Twitter space, sometimes topics and the language will get a little spicier. So Twitter has a different terms of service policy. So sometimes maybe the swears will be. I really make an effort to not swear much on the show here on YouTube, and I do feel most comfortable with the format staying that way on here. That's the kind of show I like to run on YouTube. But if you step into one of my Twitter spaces later at night, sometimes the language can get a bit more spicy there. So just a heads up. And I understand that may not be for everyone. You know, I get that. I definitely can respect that. But yeah, the conversation, you know, I definitely took some unpleasant comments and DMs from my interview with Billy from some people because they felt that Billy wasn't being bullish enough about Doge. And the thing is, you guys got to understand, like, I don't even know if I should get into it. Billy rarely opens up to people, and he really trusted me. And I was really honored that he felt that level of trust where he got as deep into it as he did. And he tweeted out right afterwards that thanking me for the conversation. And he said he found it immensely cathartic. So you got to keep in mind, this is a guy that's had to hold on a lot from, who was that guy? Let me scroll up. Like you, Dirt in the Mad. So imagine putting up with thousands of douchebags like Dirt in the Mad every day, right? For a long period of time. That's what Billy had to do, right? So he was basically venting to me about that and explaining why he had to take a break from Dogecoin, why he had to take a break from Twitter, why he had to take a break from crypto. But then he also explained conversely why he came back to Dogecoin, why he came back to the community. And that was also very inspiring because he's like, hey, I realized that there's all these new people that got injected into Dogecoin that really brought it back that are awesome. And they're very appreciative and they're not jerks and they're super welcoming. And they didn't just harass me and just demand things from me, you know? So,
funny.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Nick.
If you know, I just wanted to say, you know, obviously, you know, I got to talk to Billy the other day, and I showed my mom that tweet from him. My grandma actually commented on it. I put it on Facebook, so that like I felt super proud of. Like that was like a life goal of mine was to hear from him. And I remember from way back when the community first blew up in it started in 2013, but it really got going in 2014. That year was like a barrage of, you know, just so much attention, and like there was, I mean, nothing compared to what it's like now. But for Billy, I'm sure it was just way too much, just knowing who he is as a person. And it's incredible to think that, like, I don't know, maybe 90-something% of all of the original Doge holders of the time just kind of bounced, including Billy and including Jackson. You know, we all just kind of like blew up the spot and then left. And there was out of the 90-something% that left, you know, there were very few like me who put a significant investment into the coin, and fewer still who like held on to it. You know, most people like either sold or got locked out of their wallets or completely forgot about their wallets altogether. So, you know, I can understand the sentiment that he held at the time for leaving, and where he is now coming back. And he's such a humble dude. And I'm glad that I even got a moment in time to connect with him like I have. And I wish I would have been on. Obviously, it was way past my bedtime last night, but I wish somebody would have saved that, because I really would have liked to hear what he had to say.
Let me get this super chat. Tracy McDonald. Thank you, Tracy, for continued support of the show. Coming in at $5. That doesn't include electric and fuel cost. It's crazy. I need more Doge. I'm trying to think what she's referring to. It doesn't include. Oh, she was talking about all her overhead when we were talking about all her overhead and expenses before. Oh yeah, with your property and your mortgage. Yeah. Yeah, be careful. Don't stretch yourself too thin, Tracy. But thank you for your super chat. Appreciate it. Someone in chat saying that there's emails that's saying that Shiba coin is going to be added to Robinhood. I'd have to see receipts on that. Like, not
it couldn't. It's a BSC token.
Yeah, I don't see that happening. I'd have to see like hard evidence, not just like
they literally couldn't. I don't think they could support it.
Yeah, I don't think they would bother with it. Just the hassle alone. I don't see it. Just to dovetail off what you were saying there, Billy was super honest. Like, he was super honest, and certain people's sour reactions to my one-on-one with him only, like, to me, illustrated they're exactly the kind of people Billy was talking about, right? Where
there's that, that classification of Doge holder has been around since the beginning.
Right.
The person who wants to hear the dev team or the creators tell them that Doge is going to be worth $10 tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
That these people, the same people who are so heavily obsessed with the second to second price action of Doge are the ones that are completely missing the boat on what this whole thing is all about. It's more than is the token moving a few percent one way or the other.
Mm-hmm.
And the devs have nothing to do with that. They don't control that at all. They completely distance themselves from having any opinion whatsoever on what price movement the token is making in any direction. They're
Mm-hmm.
there to support the technical aspects of the coin itself and to make sure that the blockchain integrity is being held so that you can actually use the thing.
Right.
and it works. Other than that, they don't care. It's not they have no opinion one way or the other. I'm sure they're happy to be in the position that they're at now, where things are going well.
Right.
But it doesn't change the fact that they really inherently don't have anything to do with what the token is trading at, or have any predictions one way or the other.
Right.
Like, they just want to be the best digital wizards they can be, and that's it.
Yeah. And another thing too. Oh, sorry. Were you finishing a point there?
A train left the station. I don't know. Maybe. Who knows?
Yeah, I didn't want to interrupt you there if you had something else to add.
That's all good. No, it's fine. I don't remember. I don't know. I had something forming, but it was lost in the ether.
Yeah, I understand. So, yeah, also too, so it was a lot of it was him venting, and a lot of it was just like joking around and laughing really hard. But like, he did make some points in there, albeit he didn't like, he didn't spend a lot of time on it, but he did say some very key things that apparently the people that were, disappointed by the interview. I don't even want to call it an interview. It was just kind of a chat between us. At one point, Billy did say in no uncertain terms, he said, look, I think that Dogecoin is going to be a success. I totally think it's going to succeed. He says the problem is it's going to continue to be a roller coaster ride getting there. And so basically what Billy was saying is stop giving me shit about the roller coaster ride. It's not my responsibility. It's not my fault one way or the other. I don't dictate the market. So it's just one of these things. It's just a lot of pressure. Now, Billy did express that he's become enormously appreciative of all the new resurgence of enthusiasm, support for the coin, and how most people in the space now have been nothing but awesome, right? And that's the main thing that brought him back. He didn't plan on coming back, but that's the main thing that brought him back into the space. And if you guys look at Billy's timeline and with the things he tweets out on a daily basis now, his support for Doge speaks for itself, you guys. So if you're wondering, if you don't think that Billy is a strong supporter of Doge, just look at his timeline, you guys. I mean, he's very bullish on Doge now. He's out there every day defending the coin, spreading it out there, and being an awesome advocate. So if a few people are too immature and impatient to be able to handle two adults having a long-form sit-down discussion about his experiences and the breadth of it, if you came in there for someone just to come in there and just have a pump it up and only talk TA and just tell you how awesome Doge is and how awesome it's going to be in the next, what to expect in the next 2 weeks, and it's going to get to $1 tomorrow and all this stuff, no, yeah, maybe you are going to be disappointed, but I thought it was awesome. I thought it was incredible. I thought it was an incredible conversation, and I'm super glad that he chose me to have that discussion. As I understand, that's the longest public discussion he's ever had about all this, and he chose that.
Steven.
Yeah.
Question for you. If you were open to this, and Billy was open to this, would you ever entertain the idea? And I would completely 100% pay for and fund this. I would pay for you and myself to fly out to California and meet with him and sit down and just have a talk. Not recorded, not for, I mean, if you wanted to do a recorded thing, that'd be fine, but I just wanted to go meet with him just as a human, just person to person. Would you ever be up for something like that?
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. 100%.
Okay.
100%.
We'll talk, we'll get in we'll talk behind the scenes about it, but that would be something I would, that would be an opportunity that I couldn't pass up on, and that I would gladly pay for and would love to make happen.
Right. I'm totally down. I'm seeing more trolls and a few more trolls in the chat, and that's fine. That's part of growing. That's part of my channel growing and part of my profile growing, and that's fine. But I'll tell you something right now, Oil Field Man and, some Shiba Inu shill to whoever in here, you mess with Billy, you're going to frickin' mess with me, you're going to mess with Nick. And
you don't want to mess with me.
And you definitely don't want to mess with Nick. And I've been a scrapper in my day for sure, but you definitely don't want to mess with Nick. So I feel really strongly about that. So yeah, I don't know how much I don't know how much more to add to that, but I don't know. I get pretty defensive about that guy because about protecting that guy because his story, I know his story, plus what the brilliant creation he's responsible for, and just the lives that he's changed positively that he's responsible for, particularly even you more than most anyone, having such a profound, life-changing impact on his contribution, having such a profound, life-changing impact on you, and you're not the only one, So yeah, but what block time speed? What block time speed are Doge devs trying to reach, Nick?
Elon. Well, the proposal is to increase it
10x.
I can't remember. Yeah, 10x from where it's at now. That basically. And block size as well. So increasing the block size is really easy to do. Like we could change that. I mean, we could that could be done tomorrow. The speed at which that. So if you increase the block size to 100K per block and 100K per block per minute, to do that, that would knock Doge out of the clean energy realm, essentially, because doing a 10,000 block per minute time, like speed, is what makes Doge so eco-friendly at the moment. So to increase the block size and the block speed, that would essentially that would proof of stake would be required, and that would be completely changing the code like altogether. And I don't know, like I said earlier, I don't know if that's even possible where we're at right now. Like, if anybody could solve that, it would be the team behind Tesla and SpaceX. Like, they can send rockets into space. I think they can figure that out. Right.
I agree. I have total faith in that too. Big Barry coming in with a $4.99 super chat. Whatever you and Mr. Balls have planned going on over there, just know that I'm at least 7 or 8 steps ahead of you. Bitcoin forever. Thank you, Big Barry.
Hey, thanks, Barry. Barry, by the way, I really enjoyed taking your money the other day. Losing $250 million can't be easy, but especially when it goes in my pockets. But don't worry, Barry, I will be using that money for way more exciting and fun things than I'm sure you'd ever have planned for it. So appreciate it, Barry. Thanks for the $5.
Yeah. Thank you, Big Barry.
There was way back in the day, there was this I used to watch all these supercar rallies. I used to have this rally called the Gold Rush, and the DJ Deadmau5, I'm sure you might be familiar with him.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
He altered Ferrari, and he changed the logo and the name. Like, he used the actual Ferrari lettering, but he changed it to the Ferrari. And he put a gigantic non-cat, the little Pop-Tart cat with the rainbow coming off it.
Yeah.
He put that on the side of the car, and he changed the lettering on all of the Ferrari badges on the car to say Ferrari. And so I told my girlfriend, well, I'm already working on my McLaren project, and I'll be working on a 570S first, and then once we move up a little bit, I'm gonna work on a 720 McLaren project. But after that, if Doge if Doge gets into the $5 realm, I told her that I really, I've always wanted a Lamborghini, and I want to buy an Aventador and switch the badging on the Aventador to say Dogeburgini in like the Italian font. And I've already talked to a couple CNC like machining guys who can do that for me. So with Barry's help, I'm gonna buy a $500,000 Lamborghini and change it to the Dogeburgini.
I like that. Okay.
Gonna look sick. Oh, Crown Rally, yeah, to Chicago. I've heard of them. As soon as I get the McLaren, by the way, guys, I know I get a lot of flack for owning, really expensive supercars and whatnot. But that was a dream of mine since I was like a little kid. And part of owning like a $200,000 car is getting to share that with kids and young people and everyone that has ever wanted to like feel what it feels like to drive in a supercar. I love the way people look when you're driving down the street in like a $200,000 car. It just puts a smile on people's faces. And there are some things that I believe, I'm not like a super materialistic person. I really like the house that I'm looking at is like $350,000, and it's just a normal, like totally average suburban house. But like, I just like seeing people smile, and I like supercars, and so like, I don't know. I just like driving around and just watching people smile. I think it's hilarious.
Mm-hmm. Let's see here. Guys, you are listening to your man, Real Deal Steven Steele, coming to you live, Doge After Dark. And the show goes on. And my guest has been Dogecoin millionaire Nick Balls. We're just kind of freestyling it tonight, guys. If you haven't hit that like button...
Yeah, I'm going to get rolling, man.
No problem, man.
Duper tired.
No problem, Nick. I'm kind of
tired.
Getting a weird second win now, so I guess that's good. Thank you, Nick, for joining, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow, my friend.
Sounds good, buddy. Everybody, make sure you hit the like button. Give Steven a subscribe. We are growing every day. Like I said earlier, there's a piece of news that comes out every single day about Doge. We've got something to cover here, literally on the daily, if not on the minute. So make sure you hit the like button, hit subscribe, and join us here for Doge After Dark every night.
Thank you, Nick. Thank you,
Later,
Nick.
guys.
Later. Nick Balls, everyone. Awesome. So yeah, Nick turned in a little early. I am getting a second win now. I was pretty groggy all day. I actually had to sleep half the day away. As you guys can imagine, since I started this channel, I've been going full time with it, streaming like a madman at all crazy hours. So I had to spend most of the day just being like out of it, waking up, going back to sleep, back and forth. So Nurse Terry Reed coming in with a $19.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Nurse Terry Reed. Always appreciate you. You're one of my favorite people in this community. Hey guys, it's my birthday. It's my birthday. Happy day, Doge Army. Awesome, you guys. I want everybody in the chat to wish Nurse Terry Reed a very special, very happy birthday. She is as far as I'm concerned, a very important person in this community. She is such a sweetheart. She is such a big supporter of Doge, such a big supporter of this channel, and she always brings in just positive energy. So everybody wish Terry Reed a very happy birthday. That is awesome, Terry. That is awesome. So good to hear it. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Nurse Terry Reed. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, Terry, from your man, Real Deal Steven Steele. We love you here. We love you here. That is awesome. That is awesome. You guys, so we, she is awesome. She is awesome. Yeah, so what is going on? So Bitcoin has really been stumbling, you guys. I feel like Bitcoin is like a very hurt girlfriend that just can't get over her breakup with Elon Musk. And it can't get over it, you know, since Elon broke up with Bitcoin via Tesla. Bitcoin's been very depressed, and the problem is, regardless of how we feel about Bitcoin, if Bitcoin doesn't do well, the rest of the market doesn't do well. So we got to find a way to cheer up Bitcoin and get it back up to its feeling its usual bullish self. So we do wish the best for Bitcoin. We got to get Bitcoin back up there, folks, so we can get the show on the road. But I think Bitcoin still has, still is going. I think Bitcoin still even now is a tremendous appreciating asset to have. It's essentially digital gold, right? So comparing Doge and to Bitcoin, it's like apples to oranges in a sense. As far as how the basic mechanics of the blockchain works, those are pretty similar. But as far as how they've both played out and how they're structured between the hard caps and soft caps, they're very different. So it doesn't do us any good, and that's what I try to convey to the Bitcoin maximalists. Like, why? There's no reason to attack Doge and fight with us. Where Doge is playing a completely different role that Bitcoin's not really able to play. Local Enterprise Broadcasting coming in with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you, Local Enterprise Broadcasting. Appreciate that. Can't stay long, but I've had a wonderful week and hope yours has gone well. Also, Mr. Steele. Local Enterprise Broadcasting, really appreciate that. Appreciate your continued support of the show. And thanks for popping by and giving some super chat support there to keep my efforts going long and strong deep into these twilight nights. LEB. Keep me posted on your future business endeavors so that we can throw you some promotion here. I can throw you some promotion here on the show. Hamada, $2 super chat. Happy birthday, Terry. Oh, that is awesome. Thank you, Hamada. She deserves the best. She deserves the best. Traveling Doge coming in. $10 super chat with a happy birthday to Terry. Traveling Doge, another great supporter. Awesome guy in the Doge community. Thank you so much for that. Yeah, Terry's the best. Terry's the best. And I hope my singing didn't break any glasses in anyone's homes. So let's get to one of the other topics I want to get to for the night. Is ASS coin. ASS coin, like, because I feel like I have to respond to this because I'm getting a certain amount of people messaging me like, why are you promoting this? Why are you promoting this coin? What is going on? I don't think it's legit. This, that, and the other thing. Listen, I'm going to have the CEO and the developer of ASS coin on the show soon. I did have her in one of my Twitter spaces late at night, unexpectedly one night, and we had a good little conversation. I really like her. I think strikes me as very honest, very genuine, Same with Billy as well. Now, that being said, is ASS coin a good investment? Guys, I don't know. And I'm just being honest. I'm giving it to you straight. But what I can tell you is that the jokes write themselves. It's a very honest project. It's honest about its shortcomings and what it is. And I find the owner. It's not your typical story. She's a young woman who's also a nursing student, right? And she got into coding and figuring out how to make this, what she thought was just going to be a joke coin, and it really took off. So you can definitely see in that sense how there's a parallel. There's actually a parallel between Doge and ASS coin. And so she is still what I really liked about her. When I had her in my Twitter space, I asked her, I said, so what is the utility of ASS coin going forward now that it's caught on? There's so many investors jumping in. She says, honestly, I'm not quite sure. I'm just trying to figure it out. I started it as a joke, and so I'm still trying to figure out as I go. And I thought that was so refreshing. That actually gave me a lot more faith in the project. But she has a lot of ideas and a lot of great ideas. And I do think, let me be clear though, at the same time, I do think this coin has tremendous marketability. Tremendous marketability. And I think this young woman has tremendous marketability. She is going to be on exclusive interview on Barstool Sports with Dave Portnoy soon, talking about ASS coin. That's going to be huge for her. She was just on another really big podcast, much bigger than mine, on TV, talking about that in Canada, I think Toronto. And so she's getting a lot of publicity, a lot of exposure, and I don't see that slowing down anytime soon. And I think she's going to be getting into merchandising, right? And because of the name of this thing, it's looking like she's talking. I have to ask her more about it, but getting it integrated with OnlyFans and things like that. So I think this could all get very interesting. So I do think there's a lot of investment potential here as far as turning into a brand. I think if I had to advise her, and it sounds like that's the direction she's going with ASS coin, is turning it in kind of to a brand, right? Like a multi-pronged brand. And I think it's very clever. And I think it's be fun. I actually told her she should make yoga pants, and she said that was a really good idea. I think she should make yoga pants. So I hope maybe she'll take my idea. Who knows? Maybe she'll add me to the ASS coin team. They might as well at this point, honestly. I think that would be their most brilliant move, if I don't say so myself. If I don't say so myself, guys. So all I can tell you is I like the nature of the project. I find it refreshingly honest. I find it funny. I like the person behind it. She strikes me as an honest, genuine person. I do think that she's figuring to figure out the utility and the branding behind it more in pretty short order. I believe that she will. And there's a lot of people investing in it right now. And the community is very enthusiastic. So those are the things I can tell you about it in all transparency. And then, whether it's something you should invest in or not, I don't know. Invest in it. If you invest in it, go in it as something fun. And don't invest a ton in it. In my opinion, it's not something you want to invest a ton in, probably. But I remember I had seen some days where my ASS coin went absolutely, there's 2 days where it went absolutely parabolic. Should have I pulled out my investment then? I probably should have pulled out a good chunk of it, to be honest with you. But I just left it in because I just kind of got attached to the project and the vision of the owner, where I was like, I'll just let it ride. Do I think it'll go parabolic again? I don't know. I could see that it could. I know they're adding it on Whitebit, and when coins get added on Whitebit, that usually that definitely increases sales usually, and increases MV usually. So that's coming. So the best thing we can do with things like this is look at the things that we know are coming in the future for it, and look at its potential. And in my opinion, I do think this has potential to catch on and be more of a thing. For me, it's just fun. It's just fun being involved with it. It's a pretty fun community. And it kind of, in a way, it reminds me of Doge in that way. Now, Doge is always going to be my main bag. Make no mistake about it. And Doge is actually a much more serious, even though it's fun and funny, it's also offers a lot more real life, real world utility. It's not a token, right? AS is a token. It's more like a token. Where Dogecoin, obviously, it's a coin. It's a real life, everyday currency. So I kind of see ASS as kind of like the silly token cousin of Doge, if that makes sense. Imperial Beats coming in with a $5 super chat. Thank you. Hey, Steve, on dating sites like Plenty of Fish, do live chats. Wait. Hey, Steve, on dating sites like Plenty of Fish, they do live chats and they tip people. I think ASS coin will fit for stuff like that. Let her know. Great suggestion, Imperial Beats. I definitely will let her know. That's actually very smart. Very smart. I could those are the kind of things would be perfect for it. So do you want to be an ambassador? They've already made me an ambassador. They've made me one of the primary ambassadors without me asking. I mean, I don't even mind. It's just funny. Yeah, a lot of the BSC tokens, most of them don't work out. That's true. But some of them will. Some of them will go on to really thrive and become long-term successes. But most of them won't. So, guys, if you have any questions for me, feel free to fire them out there in the chat. If you haven't hit the thumbs up, hit that thumbs up button right now, gang. Right now. It's the number one thing you can do to get this in front of more eyes. Takes a split second of your time, doesn't cost you a dime. If you haven't retweeted the stream yet, if I could ask you just to retweet it, I'd really appreciate it. I'm going to put the link to the stream in the chat for you to retweet. POF is not a Christian dating site. I know that much. Yeah, essentially, Lord Dadbod. And good to see you, Lord Dadbod. Yeah. Encore Jets will accept Dogecoin payments. That one I didn't know. That's great. That's great news. I'm a big fan of Encore Jets. I'm just kidding. I've never heard of Encore Jets. But I'm glad they're accepting Doge. I don't do any staking on my Doge. I don't do any staking. I don't do any quick trading, swing trading, none of that. Mark Cuban is crushing Charles Hoskinson on Twitter. Oh my gosh, let's talk about this right now, you guys. I got to bring this up on screen for you. Thank you for bringing that up, Hank. So let's bring up Mark Cuban. Just give me a moment with this, guys. This is I almost feel bad for I'm starting to feel bad for Charles. So Charles has been trying to get the ear of Mark Cuban to try to get him excited about ADA and get him involved with ADA into retail space and get him to meet him in person. And Mark is just crushing him, man. So it's just back and forth is wild. Charles is just his own mouth and his own communication style is really doing him in. I mean, this is a reminder, guys, why it's great to be involved in Dogecoin without a CEO, right? When you have a CEO of a coin, it is a liability, because if your CEO starts popping off and acting obnoxiously or rubbing people the wrong way, it jeopardizes your investment. I almost feel bad for ADA holders right now. So I'm going to bring this in Twitter. So the correspondence between him and between Mark Cuban and Mark is goes back and forth a few times. For those of you who don't know, Mark Hodgkinson is the CEO and creator of ADA Cardano. So it kind of starts here. I'm eating a Slim Jim, so I apologize. See, I live the Doge life day and night. I'm eating Slim Jims. So this guy asks Mark, Mr. Cuban, what stops you from reviewing the king, Cardano ADA? The fundamentals, usage, energy, consumption will beat everything in all dimensions. You know, all of these ADA maxis, they all talk like this. They're just full of like smug arrogance and this idea that it beats all, you know. And the ADA maximalists remind me a lot of Bitcoin maximalists in terms of how hostile they are to Dogecoin. So Mark responds to him. Mark responds to him pretty brilliantly. And says, are you personally able to use ADA for anything? If so, what have you used it for? That's the question I ask about all crypto. Do you find yourself using it for anything that you find value in? Just cuts right to the chase. Just cuts right to the chase. Great question. Charles hops in and says, you're breaking my heart, Mark, but levity aside, come by the farm in Colorado sometime. Let's chat. Mark Cuban says, levity aside, Charles, whenever someone, this is brutal. Levity aside, Charles, whenever someone pitching me says it has to be in person, that's a red flag. I know this isn't a pitch, but would love to know, where do you use ADA on a daily basis? How should or could I use it today? I can answer this for all the crypto I own. Man, Mark. So then Charles says, seriously, Mark, it was just a friendly invite, but you want to pitch ADA, want me to pitch ADA over Twitter? Okay, we have 5 million students in Ethiopia, thousands of assets issued on Cardano, nice DApp ecosystem, brewing for smart contract launch, and new VC model with Catalyst, huge community. And this, my friends, this tone and this way of handling Mark Cuban This is why you don't want to invest in ADA right here. Right here. This is why you don't want to invest in ADA right here. And I think there's a super chat, a few things going on chat. I'm going to break this down even further why this is really bad. Oh, wow. Johnny Yabear coming in with a huge $100 super chat. Thank you so much, Johnny Yabear. Really appreciate you, man. Doge, do only good every day. Love ya, Doge family. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for that, Johnny. I especially, let's just say right now, for what I'm going through financially and stuff with all my overhead, that's very appreciated. Thank you so much, Johnny. Appreciate you, man. Appreciate what a awesome supporter you've been of my efforts since the beginning. So very generous of you, very awesome of you. I just can't thank you enough, man. It just really helps keeps things going. Really. Thank you, man. Do only good every day. I'm trying to do only good every day, my friend. I do mostly good every day, but that's a pretty high standard. Do only good every day, but it's the one we should all strive for. Let me get back to this, and thank you again, Johnny, so much. So this is how Charles responded to Mark Cuban. Very defensively, right? Very defensively. The moment you respond to Mark Cuban this way, it doesn't matter. Right when he says this right here, guys. Seriously, Mark? All this after that doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. All this here doesn't matter. Doesn't matter. Do you think Mark is going to be receptive to anything Charles Hoskinson has to say after Charles responding to Mark that way? Do you think he's going to want to work with him in any capacity? Do you think he's going to want to hear what anything he has to say about ADA after that? No. No, he's not. And this is the kind of man that Charles Hoskinson is. His own ego inhibits him from making the connections that he wants to make. He's so full of pride, and he's so full of ego, and he's so full of himself and how highly he thinks of his own product that he just continues to get more and more bitter that everybody else can't see how brilliant that he is and how brilliant that ADA is. See, that's what that's about. So it doesn't matter. You do not, in my opinion, you do not want to invest in a coin with a CEO that acts like this. And we saw this in the past, not too long ago, where Charles Hoskinson aimed his sights for Dogecoin. Spoke very disparagingly about Dogecoin. I mean, very disparagingly. So this is a man whose own ego is getting in the way of forging new relationships and courting new investors. And it's never going to change. He's never going to stop being this overly defensive, egotistical, entitled prick. He's never going to stop being that. And for that reason alone, I think ADA will always be a bad investment as long as Charles is in charge. And that's funny because that was a show from the 80s, Charles in Charge, starring Scott Baio. And the theme song was really, really bad. Charles in charge of our days and our lives. But I had a crush on a girl that played a character in Charles in Charge. Her name was Nicole Eggert. I had a few dreams about Nicole Eggert as a young man. Nicole Eggert went on from Charles in Charge to be on a little show that you guys may have heard of. A seminal 1990s show called Baywatch. So Nicole Eggert went on Baywatch. I don't know what Nicole Eggert's up to these days. Probably married, children. Owns a winery, I bet. Maybe I should see about getting Nicole Eggert on Steven Steele Live. I can tell her all about the poster I had of her hanging up in my room for between the ages of 12 and 13 and a half. Fred Calderon coming in with a $9.99 super chat. Thank you so much, Fred. Appreciate you, man. Keep preaching the truth, brother. Thank you, brother. I appreciate you and your continued support, man. Thank you so much, Fred. I'll keep hammering it out, man. I'll keep doing it to it. Never gonna compromise. So Mark responds to this overly defensive response. See, the right response. So Mark was just cutting to the crap. It was like, just tell me what it'd be used for. When someone pitching me, so this probably made him mad, right? If someone's pitching me, tells me to me in person, that's a red flag. I know this is a pitch. So you're Charles. You're the one trying to convince. Charles needs Mark more than Mark needs Charles. So the burden of proof is upon Charles, right? So I come from a marketing background. I come from a PR background. So this stuff's very fascinating to me. And that's why you come to Steven Steele Live. It's not just about technical analysis. It's about marketing analysis. It's about sociological analysis. It's about interpersonal relationship analysis in relation to crypto, right? So the right move here, if I was in charge of Charles's PR, the right move here, I would have been like, I would have laughed it off. I would have laughed off the assertion associating the assertion that I might be trying to that I was pitching him a red flag, right? So I'd laugh that off. I would say something like, haha, that's funny. No, what does he say? Come to the farm. No farm trip required, Mark. That's what I would say. No farm trip required. But just to fill you in, here are all the applications and things that are being applied with use case examples of ADA right now. That's what I would have said. And just say and so much more. And so much more potential. Let me know if you have any other questions, something like that. Don't you think Mark would have been a lot more receptive to something like that? But no, you're not going to get that from Charles. He's too full of himself. The guy's a blowhard. So then it continues, guys. Charles says, we rebuilt the entire smart contract model. It took 4 years to do it, but it's necessary. If you actually went security and scale, no more DAO hacks, less off-chain code, current operating costs. Furthermore, I want all devs, not just Solidity devs. Okay, so here is all this right here. This is great. Like this, don't get me wrong, this is pertinent information, right? But the fact that he's giving this kind of information off of the heels of this last tweet and the tone of it, this is just the only thing I'm telling you Mark saw this as, by the time he read this, coming off the heels of the other thing, is just more ego wagging. Right? Just more ego wagging. And that's not attractive. And you can tell by Mark's response to him here. He said, I'm rooting for you. The more valid options, the better for all of us. But as I've been tweeting for the foreseeable future, it all comes down to utility and marketing. When you have some apps you think could benefit from, I'm happy to try them out. So this actually is a very diplomatic answer. And then Charles follows it up with this. A whole video. Oh no. Oh no. And I don't even know if you can hear Charles talking right now. But this video is like 12 minutes long. And we're not going to get into it. But because Charles is so full of himself and so overly sure of himself, his faith in his PR skills to actually make a personal video to Mark Cuban that's 12 minutes long, that's too much, bro. That's too much, bro. He's just not that into you, Charles. It's too much. You overdid it. It's like it's like when you try to advise the young guys, don't over pursue the girl. It's like a girl right here. Mark faintly showed a little bit of interest, right? Finally showed a little bit of interest. It's like the analogy is if you're chasing a girl and then finally she shows you a little bit of interest, and then the guy says, oh, you know what? I have big plans for us. You know, we're going to go to the vineyard, then we're going to go to the museum, and then we're going to have this romantic dinner, and then we're going to, you know, watch the sunset together, and then it's going to be the most epic night ever. And then the girl goes, yeah, I just said maybe. I just said, like, there maybe is some potential here. I might like you. So I don't think so, dude. This is what happened to Charles, right? So now hear Mark Cuban's response to the 12-minute video to him. What is it? I truly hope your dreams come true, Charles. Brutal. Oh, man. Oh, man. Oh, man. Rock Lobster, $4.99. The vid is a train wreck. They got him good. Yeah. Yeah, and the video's very cringe, man. The video's very cringe. Yeah. What's up, Biohazmat? What's up, Wildin' Out? Plus, we've all seen Shark Tank, and when Mark is out, yeah. Jack Boy coming in, $4.99. Thank you, Jack Boy, for the super chat. Have you seen the BS article on Voyager about Doge? Pretty sure the guy is claiming to be a Doge developer. Pretty sure the guy claiming to be a Doge developer is a Bitcoin maxi. No, I have not seen that, Jack, but if somebody wants to inbox that to me, I'd be happy to take a look at it and then give some analysis of it. I just don't want to comment on something that I haven't seen yet, but it's definitely something that I would like to see, and I'm surprised I haven't seen it yet. So if Jack Boy or somebody else wants to DM that to me on Twitter, I'd be happy to take a look at it and offer opinion on it. So let me just finish up. I hope you guys have been enjoying this dissemination of the communication, my dissemination of the communication between Charles and Mark. So, Mark's, this is the worst, right? This is the worst response you could get. This is the worst response you could get from the girl that you like. What does that mean? What does that mean, guys? If the girl that you've been pursuing turns around and says to you, you know what? I truly hope your dreams come true. I truly hope your dreams come true, Steven. If a girl that I really like said that to me, you know that would be the finisher. That would be the nail in the coffin. It's over. It's over. It's over, guys. So I saw this happen in real time, and the moment I saw this happen, I quickly made a meme for it. And Charles just responded, "Thanks, Mark, and thanks for the time." This was actually his first smart move right here. This was his only smart move in their interaction with each other. This is the first smart thing he did. He could have handled this worse. He could have lashed out, right? He could have lashed out, but he didn't. He kept his cool and he said, thanks for your time. That was the smartest thing he did since he started interacting with Mark. The only smart thing he did since interacting with Mark. Matt Wallace coming in says, you still have not issued a correction or apologized for saying false misleading things about Dogecoin in a very personal way. See, this is very interesting. First of all, I commend Matt for doing that because Matt is a big-time ADA investor, but he also believes in doing right by Doge, doing the right thing by Doge. So even at Matt Wallace's own financial best interests, even at the expense of it, Matt called out Charles. Because I know Matt owns a lot of ADA. He may not own as much as he used to after Charles said the things he did about Doge. But I know he still is. I know he's still pretty heavily invested in ADA to a degree. So that was a big integrity move by Matt right here. And it looks like Matt followed it up with, just so you know, Mark Cuban, Charles attacked Dogecoin in a very personal way and said a lot of false things about Doge that can easily be disproven with 5 minutes of research. He has still not apologized or issued a correction for his rude, false, misleading comments. Correct again, Matt Wallace. Correct again, Matt Wallace. And this is where your man Steven Steele just came in for a little comedy relief with this one. With the our iconic mascot here with the text. He's just not that into you, Charles. Oh, and it goes on and on. We have a good time, don't we? And David G. David's been... I've been speaking on a few... I've been one of the speakers on some of David's Twitter spaces lately. I like David a lot. I think he's great. So that was fun. That was fun. Let me get back. We'll put the chart back on the screen, guys. I hope you enjoyed that breakdown. I hope you enjoyed it, guys. Epic meme, bro. Thank you, Rock Lobster. My high school girl was going to be a nurse. I was going to be a cop. She is head nurse. I'm in jail. What? You're not in jail. You wouldn't be typing and watching the show, would you, Andy? Oh, yeah. Sorry, Charles. You're no longer in charge, says Homelander. You're no longer in charge of our days or our nights. Yeah. Good one, indeed. I have to agree. That was really good. Yeah, Hank, I am seeing the link you sent me to Bruce Fenton, but I'm not going to quote Bruce Fenton or give him exposure because Billy says that he is a fraud, basically, and that he's not lead developer of Doge. So I'm not going to plat for him. I'm gonna defer to Billy's judgment on that one. Yes, yes. So will Elon tweet more tonight? I would say it's actually pretty quite likely, considering what we've seen of him lately. So he's been pretty active on Twitter today for sure. And we'll see where it goes. We'll see where it goes. Doge seems to have cooled off here. Yeah, it's all part of the process, guys. It's all part of the process. But hanging anywhere above 50 cents right now and trading sideways above 50 cents is just fine with me. Just fine with me. He is a Bitcoin maxi who is upset he's losing the bags, the poor fool. Are you talking about Charles? Yeah. Yeah, Slim Jims for dinner, guys. So, just to be clear, Elon Musk he does have a plan. I mean, he's just putting together a very genius plan to 100x Dogecoin in speed and maybe even market value, you know? So Elon is working extremely hard behind the scenes to bring us the most efficient, powerful form of Dogecoin imaginable. So I think that's incredibly encouraging. And so Elon is setting the stage, right? He's setting the stage to make that, to make Dogecoin, I think, the most popular cryptocurrency, most widely used cryptocurrency on the planet. He has been talking to Dogecoin developers since 2019, you guys. That's over 3 years now. That is wild. That's over 3 years. Homelander, do I think? I don't know, man. I don't want to be responsible for you planning anything. But you're asking me if I think Doge is going to get to $1 by before October. I don't know. If you're trying to plan a vacation to Thailand around what I say on that, I don't know if I want to give you an answer. But do I think it's possible? Yes. Do I think it's probable? Yes. I would lean yes on that. I would lean yes, but who knows? Hey, what's up, Lee? Lee the Doge holder. Good to see you, my man. What's up, Jonathan Marino? Good to see you. Good to see you. Let's see here. Oh my gosh. I'd like to say a shout out. I just noticed a huge super chat to Dirt in the Mad. for $100, and he did it through Stream Elements, and for whatever reason, the Stream Elements notifications aren't showing up on my channel, so I'd like to apologize for that. Who came in with a big $100 super chat. Thank you so much for that, Dirt in the Mad. Really appreciate that. So, I know I kind of thank you very kindly for that. So, Durden, I kind of scolded him a little bit on the air a bit ago because he was saying that my Twitter space was not it. But what he didn't, he messaged me. So he messaged me, and what happened was a miscommunication, because I was like, hey, what happened was I was actually in another Twitter space, a very popular one, before I started my own space that ended up being a one-on-one in-depth talk with Billy Marcus for over 2 hours. Now, the room I was in before that, I was on with about 5 other people, right? And what happened was the vibe just got, it just got to be in a space that wasn't my vibe. Where, how to explain this? It just got to be, the tonality got to be obnoxious. Like, there's a difference between being clever and cheeky and actually being funny, and then just kind of being an obnoxious tool. And I felt like there were a few people in that room that were speaking that were kind of more trending on the ladder. And so I left that room because I didn't want to be associated with it. And then also there's one particular guy in there, I'm not going to name him, but he kept saying Doge After Dark, Doge After Dark. Yeah, this is Doge After Dark. Everyone hashtag this Twitter space Doge After Dark, without even realizing that my show is called Doge After Dark and that I've been doing this for a while. And I was on the panel, and he thought he was really funny. He thought he was being he thought he was so clever and funny. And I thought it was from a guy that would know better. That I was thinking about having back in my show, but I'm not going to now. And then finally I just spoke up and I interjected, because he's basically hijacking the name of my show, but he was doing it in a really really sarcastic, disparaging way. And so then I finally just spoke up and I just said, I have a night show called Doge After Dark I've been doing for the last several months, right? And then everyone got quiet for a minute and said, oh, yeah, I didn't know that. And I'm like, yeah, okay. And then I just peaced out and I signed out of the room. So to make a long story, Durden sent me a very nice message here and basically told me that he's been following me and my work since I was on the previous channel, a part of that previous network. And he wanted to clear up the miscommunication with me. He thought, I don't even think he knew that it was just a miscommunication where he was talking about that Twitter space, and maybe he thought that was mine, but that wasn't my room. So then I left that room and opened mine. So Durden, thank you for the clarification, and thank you for clearing up the misunderstanding. Thank you for that. And he also went on to tell me that Durden went on to say that he really appreciates the show and that he's appreciated giving him a place to go and be a part of something after being in a not so good place. So, Durden, thank you for clearing things up, and thank you for your generous super chat of $100. It's it means a lot, man. Thank you for that. And sorry for the miscommunication. And thank you, man. Here is the official. Here is the official Doge After Dark Dolphin. The Doge After Dark Dolphin. Robbie Gilchrist coming in with 69 Canadian dollars. The official Doge After Dark Dolphin. Say that 3 times fast. Doge After Dark Dolphin. Doge After Dark Dolphin. Doge After Dark Dolphin. I did it. I did it. So thank you so much for the generous super chat. Robbie Gilchrist coming in hot. Appreciate you, man. Good to see you. Erectile Reptile says, so basically everything Elon's done thus far was planned. Maybe he took Bitcoin as payment knowing he would take it away later so that he would make Dogecoin rule all cryptos. Yeah. Essentially, I think you're right, Reptile. I would agree with your assessment there. Lee says, what's new for the future of this channel? What is coming up? Are we just going to wing it? Well, in part, we're going to wing it, my friend. But you can count on me to bring you the... you can count on me to be out here bringing it every day, guys. Bringing it every day. And giving you the latest, greatest in Doge coverage. And even outside of that, just interesting conversations with people generally in the space. And... I'm going to keep expanding this channel, and I want to keep getting more and more interesting, and the best quality guests in this space. And I'm going to be working on some more collaborations, stuff behind the scenes that, with a few other content creators that you guys likely know, but I'm just not at liberty to talk about yet. But I'm looking forward to sharing more with you guys soon. Delos Doge coming in at a $5 super chat. Thank you, Delos. Appreciate you, man. There's only one Steven Steele in the Doge community. You have a great voice for radio talk show. Thank you. Thank you, Delos Doge. Appreciate that. Appreciate your continued support, man. Dire Havoc, Steven Steele, while Voyager has a message and app. Sane review can take up to 12 weeks to approve. Sending support tickets will a review for what? Like a customer support request or for joining the app? What is that? Because if you use my partnership code, almost anyone that's ever used my partnership code will get approved to be on the app within 24 hours. I still really like Voyager a lot. I like the functionality of it. I like the interface of it. I like the ease of use. So I still really like Voyager, but I understand why people are having some contentions with them right now. I get it. What is up, Hector the Dude? What's up, Fred Calderon? Steele, what kind of beer you drink? I really don't drink beer. I don't have anything against people drink beer. I'm not much of a drinker. I also have some health issues, so I can't be a drinker right now. Hey, Peachtree, where you been, man? I feel like you haven't been around. You were definitely one of the first viewers of the show. I know. Steel Reserve, of course. Yes. Yeah, ASS is down a lot today. It's a great time to load up, if you want to risk it for the biscuit. That's just how these things go. The whole market is down, and so that I was talking about this. I forget with someone else on another panel, but Bitcoin being down significantly is Bitcoin. It's so powerful that it even affects the super fringe coins and the pancake swaps, the pancake swap class coins, the red light district coins. It even significantly affects them. So I think that ASS coin is significantly down in pretty pretty large part due to coming down all the way from the top. Tyler Davis, $1.99 super chat. Dating after dark with Steven Steele. Oh man, what would that look like? What would that look like, Tyler? Yeah, Dire Havoc, do what you want to do, man. You know, do what you want to do. I'm not the CEO of Voyager. I just, it's been Voyager overall has been good for me, but I do have a few issues with them as well. You're going to get it with every. I haven't come across a trading app that I don't have issues with yet, so you just got to weigh out what's best for you, the pros and cons of every app. But yeah, I understand if you don't go with them. Fred Calderon, $4.99 super chat. Have a tea or coffee on me then. Night, folks. Thank you so much, Fred, for the $4.99 super chat. Appreciate you, Fred. Appreciate you so much. Thanks for your continued support of the show, and we'll see you next time, my friend. And I will have a tea on you. Appreciate that. I'm going to have a green tea. I'm going to have a green tea. A green tea, a matcha tea on Fred. Thank you, Fred. Appreciate you. Appreciate you. And the spooky music you've been listening to is a mix by White Bat Audio called Winter in Chernobyl. But we're going to switch it up now. Yeah, Doge is just being very consistent, trading sideways at 53 cents, guys. So do you think it has a real chance of going up again? Doge? Oh, yeah. Are you kidding me? Big time. Pancakes do sound good right now, gang. I can't lie there. Petrie, we had our grand opening at the Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu studio, so had to train. I understand, man. Thank you, Crypto Tank Girl. I'm glad you find it such. You guys, what do you guys like better, pancakes or Belgian waffles? This is a really good question. This is a pretty hard one. Pancakes or Belgian waffles? I'm not going to share my answer. I want to see what you guys have to say first. I agree with that comment, Decepticon Prime. Beef Supreme says Doge to Moon. Beef Supreme, love it. I love your steadfast resolve night after night. Bringing in the big Doge energy, my friend. Love it. All right, we're having a vote here. Someone says waffles. Someone says pancakes. Waffles. Belgian waffles. Waffles. Waffles again. Waffles. Lego my egos, Steven. Omelets isn't on the menu, Crypto Tank Girl. You got to pick waffles or omelets. Pancakes from Yabara. I do like grits, Sandy. I do like them. I do like them grits with some Texas toast. Waffles. Belgian waffles. Pancakes. Esteban says, I prefer Doge after dark. Crepes are better. I do like crepes. Mama Crypto says, my weakness is French toast, but I'd have to say waffles if I had to choose. Doge cake, says Miss Nick Levin. Pancakes, but prefers crepes. Steven Steele, the casino near the Harley musician has a great. Oh, okay. I think I know what you're talking about, Peachtree. Mm-hmm. Where is Heather and Above Wall Street? Good question. I actually invited Heather back tonight, but she said she already had plans going out, but that she would text me in case she had time. But I haven't heard from her yet. But yeah, I think Heather's been a cool addition to the show, so she's definitely going to be a semi-regular here as a guest. Well, I think it's unanimous, guys. I think waffles wins. Waffles wins. I personally, I love both pancakes and waffles, but I have to say, for me, waffles for the win. And the reason why I pick waffles is because I love putting a lot of butter on my Belgian waffles and putting a lot of butter in all the Belgian waffle squares, right? Put all that luscious butter, filling up those Belgian waffle squares with luscious butter. And then putting some fresh blueberries and fresh sliced strawberries on that big, thick Belgian waffle. With all those butter pats just melting in those Belgian waffle squares. And then you heat up some 100% real maple syrup. Not that corn syrup crap. 100% grade A maple syrup. You heat it up so it's hot. And then you start pouring that real maple syrup all across that big Belgian waffle as it's filling in all the squares. Is all that melted butter starts coming up and interacting with the syrup. And all those three of those things together. Then you get out your fork and you start cutting into the Belgian waffle, the first big chunk. You got some melted butter in there. You got it. You're slathering it in lots of hot maple syrup. And then it goes into your mouth. And your taste buds are just rejoicing with how rich and satiating it is. Yes, guys. Andy says, I just gained 5 pounds. Blueberry pancakes with strawberries, quadruple stacked. Jonathan, I can't argue with that. That sounds wonderful, too. Yes, where's the candle girl? I haven't seen her in a while. I wish she'd reach out to me. I don't know where she's been. Steven Steele, do you have any opinions on the predictions of what Ethereum may do in the near future? Yes, I do, Jessica. I think Ethereum is going to continue to kill it and do really well. I would say that Ethereum is going to really pick up and do great things. I'm predicting end of year for Ethereum between 12 and 15K. Between 12 and 15K, end of year prediction for ETH. I think ETH is a great, smart investment. This is food porn, Steven Steele. Yes. I suppose it is, my friend. MD Hewitt $2 super chat. Thank you, man. Dude, come on. You just made us all order IHOP. Be right back. Yeah, maybe I should have been like, that portion of the show was brought to you by IHOP. You guys are taking off to Denny's, taking off to IHOP. Beef Supreme says, who cares about waffles? Just feel that surge. Feel the surge. Nick Vasquez coming in $2. Elon wants to 10 times Doge block size. Could this be bad? No, I don't think it's bad. I think Elon's just trying to maximize the speed, efficiency, and costs of Dogecoin, because he is actively, very aggressively wanting to make it the best, most popular cryptocurrency on the planet. Yeah, I love Ethereum. I love Ethereum. Oh, here's Hardee's. That's closed. I'm in the boonies. Oh, man. I grew up in the boonies. Yeah, I love Ethereum. I went all back on Ethereum. I started to leave Ethereum. I did. I started to leave Ethereum, and then I came back. I said, you know what? Ethereum's in it for the long haul. It's going to continue to do incredibly well. And I went all in back in on Ethereum. Legion of Boom says, I just got me some ASS for a real deal. Yeah, I mean, now's a good time to buy it, that's for sure. Well, welcome. Welcome to the League of Astronauts, Legion of Boom. All right, Particle. See you next time, my man. Let's see here. Yeah, no, I haven't seen Carl's Jr. tonight. Only his brother. Carl's Jr. and Beef Supreme are brothers. Yeah, In-N-Out Burger is always my favorite, but there's, alas, I'm in the Midwest. That is a West Coast strip. All right, gang. So, In-N-Out's in Texas. I didn't know In-N-Out Burger was a Texas thing, too. I love Texas. I love Texas. It's one of my favorite places in the world. Guys, it's about 1:45 a.m. here, and I'm flying solo. Let's see here. I'm just kind of playing it by ear for now, guys. The power of beef. Carl's Jr. came back in. Carl's Jr., the brother of Beef Supreme. Beef Supreme probably got on the horn and said, "Yo, brother, they're talking about you. You got to get over here at Doge After Dark. You got to say what's up to the people here." So Beef Supreme probably texted his brother. I don't know if they live together or he texted him, but they're brothers, Beef Supreme and Carl's Jr. I love Texas. It's just a lot of friendly people down there from my experiences. I love the wide open spaces. I love the taxes compared to a lot of other places. And I like that it has its own very distinct culture within the country. Yeah, that's a good. That's even a better question, Mr. Frodo. My beef bro told me to head on over. Carl's Jr. said, "Brothers in beef." Ye feel the power we hear. Yeah, brothers in beef. Carl's Jr. and Beef Supreme. Where search? Need to search. Oh, these guys crack me up, man. These guys crack me up. These guys are, these guys are essentially. I got to talk to Billy Marcus about you too. I think you'd get a kick out of it. These guys embody to me the spirit of the Doge. These guys embody to me the spirit of the Doge for sure, man. Yeehaw. May the beef forever reign, MD Hewitt says. May the beef forever reign. All men and all men, guys. All men and all men. May the beef forever reign. I love that. May the beef forever reign. Guys, just so you know, I finally put together a little, what do they call that? a link tree. Put together a link tree. I put it in the bio on my Twitter page. And so that basically is just an easy one-stop shop of all my social medias right there. Though I clicked on it, it's got to make sure it's working. Okay, it's working. So that has the links to my YouTube channel, my Twitter, my Instagram, and then my 2 music projects. If you want to check out either one of my current music projects, they're on there too. So I'm going to put a link to my link tree in the chat. So Beef Supreme's making a movie. I didn't know Beef Supreme was a director. Beef, you got to keep us posted, man. Try Beyond Beef. I own shares. So good at Carl's. Beyond Beef is actually a pretty good investment. Actually a pretty smart investment. As far as all the faux meat products go, I think Beyond Beef has far and away some of the best potential, and it actually tastes pretty good. So not a bad investment, Rat Rex. Not a bad investment at all. Give me the Beef Boys and free my soul. I want to get lost in your rock and roll. Oh, that's funny. I love plays on words. I love all that stuff. New tweet from Elon Musk, guys. So I'm going to see what that's about. Looks like it was just like a retweet of a Tesla thing. Nothing like applicable to anything in what we cover. It just says configurator now live in Hungary and Romania. I mean, that's cool. I did just tweet again, guys. Okay. He just tweeted again 3 minutes ago. I didn't see that. He's responding. It's a Doge-related tweet. It's breaking news. Where were you guys? I'm surprised you didn't. Someone in the chat. You guys are always usually on it. I'm surprised. This is the first time Elon's tweeted anything Doge-related, and the chat hasn't brought it up to me first. So, again, he's responding to this thread with, it's all risky. And I'm going to pop a link to the show in there. Yeah, see what happens. We'll see what happens, gang. But I'll tell you what the tweet says just in a second here. I'm just like doing a lot at the same time. So Elon said it. What Elon said in response to it's all risky and the conversation going on there about Dogecoin, or as Mark Cuban calls it, Dogecoin, is this. He said, my understanding is that the big accounts are exchanges. Would be good to confirm, though. Am I told the biggest one is Robinhood? So they're discussing right now. He's Elon right now. I'm going to pull up on the screen right now, guys. I'm going to put Twitter live on the screen of what's transpiring on Twitter right now, right before our eyes. Elon is alive and in action right now on Twitter. We're going to pull it up in real time for you right now. And we'll just share this together, yeah? So this is what's unfolding right now, guys. We're going to take it to the primary screen, actually. All right, so this is what's going on here, guys. There we go. So this was treated out like three hours ago. We already covered this. So Elon said, ideally, Doge speeds up block times 10, increase blockchain size times 10, drop fee 100x, and then it wins hands down. So these are all the things that Elon's trying to do right now for Doge to completely optimize it so it just dominates. So this guy asks, why not just make a crypto from scratch that does everything you want technically and has a lot of dev supporters, doesn't have high concentration of ownership, at least initially. Only if Doge can't do it, big pain in the neck to create another one. So that's basically Elon saying, big pain in the neck, create another one. I'd rather try to have Doge do it. That's basically what Elon's saying there. And Pratney Patole says, Elon, would you solve the major concentration problem of Dogecoin? And Elon just responded, my understanding is that the big accounts are exchanges. Would be good to confirm though. Am I told the biggest one is Robinhood? And Elon is right. So he's been doing his research on this. And this is what I've been telling you guys. The wallets aren't as big of a threat as people initially thought because most of the big wallets are actually exchanges, which affect the market completely differently. So I'm going to tweet back to them. I'm going to say, all caps, Elon, you are correct. Many of the largest accounts are exchanges, which have an entirely different, less consequential effect or effect. I think effect. Which one is it, guys? Effect or effect? Less effect on the market value. Reply. Oh, look at 20 folks already got in there. You guys are great. So yeah, Elon is up. Elon is tweeting. He's talking about exchanges, exchange wallets, something that Upshot and I often talk about. This is a very common misconception about the wallets. Most of the biggest wallets in Doge are actually exchanges, not from individuals. Super Duper Hank, he's in this room right now, I think. It's all risky, just responded. The biggest one is definitely Robinhood. We've done extensive research to confirm this in the community, but it won't be confirmed by Robinhood directly because of security. At Vlad Tenev, all other wallets contain less than 5% of the supply. We are the whale, except Doge. Oh, look at this girl. I'm a tiny fish. It's actually a very cute comment. And this is a guy I've seen in the out in these Twitter spaces. Yeah. This is a great comment though. That's a great comment. That's very sweet. That's cute. I'm a tiny fish. We're going to give It's All Risky a big RT on that one. Wait, it didn't. Sorry, that tweet has been deleted. Oh, scandalous. Look at this, guys. Oh my. Look at. It's all risky. Just deleted this one, guys. Time for a screenshot. And the plot thickens. The plot thickens. It's all risky. I didn't even realize It's All Risky followed me. Well, it's there now. So he retweeted himself and deleted the first one for some weird reason. Okay. What do you think of all this, guys? What do you think? Official Dogecoin updates? I don't know. I don't know if they're official. Doesn't look like official to me, but who's this Chiquita? Well, she loves Doge and pizza. But yeah, I don't know. Okay, let's go back to the chart. Back to the chart, folks. We're going to go to the secondary, guys. There we go. Circling back to chat right now. See what you guys are up to in here. So cool the Elon tweets so much about today. The rocket testing going on. Yeah. Elon is putting the puzzle together. I agree, Peachtree. No simping. Correct. I am never simping, Frodo. You should know better. You should know better that your man Steven Steele has a strict no simping policy for himself. What do you think the chances are of Elon making his own coin if Doge doesn't make the cut? I think the chances are very high. I think the chances are very high. Imperial beats. In fact, I would wager that that's the most likely scenario. If Elon can't accomplish all the objectives he's stating that he's trying to get, Doge to accomplish, that's the next play. That is the next play. I think he would sooner start his own crypto before backing another one outside of Doge. That's what I think. It's not going to be Cardano. Steven Steele, next Elon will follow you on Twitter. You know, if somebody would have said that to me, even a month ago, even a couple weeks ago, I would have said never. But, you know, I'm having conversations with Billy Marcus and It's All Risky and Billy. They follow me and been having a good time mixing up with those people. So who knows? Who knows? I still think it's really unlikely, but I wouldn't say it's impossible anymore. Or if you would have asked me if that was even ever possible 2 weeks ago, I would have said no, impossible. Now I at least think it's a slim possibility. Schmoody, Steven, when is Christina coming on the show? Good question. Whenever she gets her butt in here. I'm not preventing her from coming on the show. She just doesn't communicate with me. You'd be so You'd be surprised. I've been actively trying, to find, I've been actively trying to find women to platform in this space, but it's very difficult. It's very difficult, and it's not because for me not trying. Most of them have been very unreliable, kind of flaky when I try to make it happen, or they just or I think that's a lot of it's shyness too, So someone said Elon just tweeted again. We're gonna check it out, guys. I'm not seeing the Elon tweet. I mean, I'm on it. I'm just not seeing it. Yeah, you're right. I see it now. Thank you for that. I do see it. He's responding to this guy, Lotion. 10 MB blocks for every 6 seconds with fees so low that anyone can spam attack with a network with very little spent fees. I bet this guy is a maxi of ADA or Bit. Mostly Litecoin Vev. Yep, see? So then Elon says, for those bad at math, 100 times higher transaction volume with 100 times lower with this. I'm sorry, yeah, there was a little internet interruption. It should be back now. So what a wild ride is breaking out on Twitter right now, guys. Live. This is why we do Doge After Dark, right? This is why we do it. This is why I do what I do, gang. Look at the conversation unfolding in real time right before us, folks. Elon. Elon calling out this guy that describes himself as a Litecoin dev. 100 times higher transaction with volume, 100 times lower fees means total fees are the same. Low fees and high volume are needed to become the currency of Earth. What does this imply, folks? What did Elon just say here? Right here, what is he doing? Low fees and high volume are needed to become the currency of Earth. This means he is actively, aggressively trying to get Dogecoin to become the primary currency of Earth. And he didn't even preface it with digital currency. He just said, are needed to become currency of Earth. Absolutely epic. This is huge. Esteban, $5. Do you still have the internet service where you get a phone call and the internet drops until the next day? I'm still with Spectrum. I am working on getting Starlink. I'm working on paying the extra Starbucks, no pun intended, to get Starlink. Trying to get some Starlink, y'all, so I can give you guys the most reliable, nonstop, high-speed service imaginable on the planet. Doge spike, it's coming up. Look at these candles. Look at these candles. Look at them go, guys. Look at them go. I'm tweeting out right now. I'm saying Elon just essentially said he's trying to make Dogecoin the currency of Earth. I'm covering it all live. This is wild, wild stuff, ladies and gentlemen. Wild, wild stuff. Wild stuff. Look at these green weenies going one after another. One after another, folks. This is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 green weenies. Look at that 6th one go. Look at it go. Feel the surge, Beef Supreme style. We are going. We are going. We are ascending. This is amazing to be on the air. Amazing to be on the air as this all is transpiring. Guys, smash that like button if you haven't already. If there's one person watching right now that hasn't smashed that like button, I want you to change that. I want you to smash it. Just take a second to do that. Let's keep growing this party. Growing, getting this information out to more people, getting this kind of coverage out to more people. It's very important. Those of you who are new here, I would like to personally welcome you to Steven Steele Live. You're watching Doge After Dark, and nobody brings you the Doge-centric coverage like your man. Come on. Come on. Give it up. If you're new here, I'd like to personally welcome you to the community. Hit the subscribe button. Hit the subscribe button. We're getting closer to... We're eking closer to 3,000 subscribers. I'd love to get to 3,000 subscribers by Monday. So hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell. If you feel compelled to super chat anytime throughout this broadcast, that's hugely appreciated. It helps me in my efforts so I can keep covering this full time. So guys, look at this. We are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 non-stop consecutive green weenies coming in a row. People are responding to the implied news. Elon, and it was implied, it wasn't specifically stated, but it was heavily implied, in my opinion, that Elon just essentially said that he's trying to make Dogecoin the currency of Earth. Just amazing, guys. Just amazing. An eighth consecutive green candle now breaking out, guys. 8th consecutive green weenie is teeing up, guys. Just fantastic, guys. Just fantastic. We are spiking the first bit of retracement here after 8 in a row, but look at that's turning around. The buys and sells are coming in about split right here. We're going to hit a little bit of typical resistance retracement right here, but I think we're going to blow through this pretty quickly and keep going upwards. I think we're at least going to get to 55, 56 cents. Peachtree, Steven Steele. Typing on my laptop while watching this on my PlayStation with my K account, hearing it on the different companies' phones, like all 3 different accounts. Sounds hectic, Peachtree. Hello from Belgium. Hello, Belgium. I am in the United States. Welcome to the channel. Welcome. Good to have you. What we're covering right now, guys, basically what we're covering now is much bigger news afoot right now than I think many people realize what's happening. Rock Lobster coming with a $2.99 super chat. All right. Love to see it. Thank you, Rock Lobster. For those bad at math, gotta love Elon. I know. For those bad at math, oh, that was so hilariously stated. So hilariously stated. I love it. I love it. Just amazing, gang. Just amazing, guys. We are continuing to rise. We're continuing to rise. We're moving in the direction of 54 cents, looks like. Green candles trying to formulate here. I'm gonna refresh the chart for you guys, okay? Just amazing, guys. Just amazing what's going on. I think what's going on right now, it's obviously some people are understanding it, but a lot of people don't understand it yet. But look at this trajectory, folks. We're going to go in on a close-up of what's happening. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 green weenies in a row. Only one. 2 green weenies forming again. I think we're just going to keep going right upwards. I don't see this stopping right now. I don't see it stopping right now, gang. So again, for those of you wondering what's going on, why is Doge having a spike? I'll tell you why. Dre, Black Official, Imperial Beats, what's up, my man? Do I follow you? I'm going to follow you right now. He said, this is crazy. So happy to be alive right now. This is history in the making. I agree. Imperial Beats. Look at that green candle just spiking. We are on the move. We are on the move, and we are on the moon. We're on the move to the moon. We're on the moon move. We're on the moon move, guys. How do you like them apples? How do you like them apples? Just incredible. D Boot says, love the content. Feel you bring much awareness to the community without overloaded hype. Clear, unbiased facts. I guess the guests on Twitter Talks have been amazing. Keep up the great work. D Boots, thank you so much for that. It's comments like that really make all my work more rewarding. It really does, to see people appreciate it and understand and get my vision. So thank you. Appreciate that comment, Boots. Very much. We are moving, guys. We are a little bit of retracement here, but we're not stopping yet. This is going to go to at least 55 cents. At least 55 cents. Hope your channel grows to the moon. Thank you. I hope it keeps growing too, man. I hope it keeps growing too. Let's see here. Celeste brought the surge. Coincidence? I think not. What's up, Shelly Armstrong, with your racketeering self? A little bit of retracement here, but there seems to be a lot of resistance right at the 54 cent mark, but I don't think it's going to keep us there. I think we're going to keep going upward. We're going to keep going upward. Yeah, we're going to keep going upward. Guys, I'm going to go live to Twitter again. We're going to bring that in, considering the news going on here. So we're going to toggle back and forth between the chart and what's going on Twitter right now, okay? Just to recap what's going on here, guys. Just bringing Twitter on the screen right now. So what's going on is this. Pardon the adjustment here. I don't know if this is the screen I wanted to get in here. I think I have 2 tabs open on Twitter, and this is the wrong one. That's the right one. That's the right one, baby. Okay. So this is where I comment the future currency of Earth. So this started with a conversation that Elon was having, is having with It's All Risky, as you guys can see here. I'm going to kind of minimize this so you can see more of the live Twitter action. And as you can see, this is where it all started, right? This is where it all started tonight. This interesting, fascinating, revealing information and history. So Elon is choosing Doge because Dogecoin is better than Bitcoin in many fundamental ways. Doge is affordable to regular folks because of its high supply. Elon talking about how he wants to optimize the speeds and block times of Dogecoin. This self-described mostly Litecoin dem offered some criticisms Elon counters with. For those bad at math, 100 times higher. For those bad at math, 100 times higher transaction with volume 100 times lower means total fees earned stay same. Low fees and high volume are needed to become currency of Earth. Wow. So I'm going to retweet this with a comment right now. I'm just going to take what he said here. We're going to put some quotes on it. And AKA Doge. And we need that emoji, that shocked emoji. That's what we need. This one. No, it's not quite the one. And it's not the eggplant, guys. That's for sure. I think it needs to be maybe this one. No, that one's embarrassed. I don't think that one's quite right, too. That's not quite the right emoji for this time, this reaction, guys. It needs to be this one. How about this one? Whoa. That one looks good, right? There we go. Yeah, so that's the conversation going on right now. There's our man Beef Supreme. There you are, buddy. There's above Wall Street. Why aren't you in the room? Why aren't you sitting in on Steven Steele Live? You're on Twitter. We miss you. We miss you above Wall Street. That's funny. So this is huge news, guys. Huge news, guys. Sorry, my microphone dropped there. Just give me a moment. I'll be back in just 1 minute. All right, guys, we are back. We are covering late breaking news. Late breaking news that implies that Elon essentially had a tweet reply tonight. Just to recap a little bit, that is describing the development of Dogecoin becoming basically implying that he is aggressively working on making Dogecoin not only the digital currency of Earth, but just currency of Earth. It sounds so epic, it's hard to believe, honestly. But I don't know if he intended it that way, but it's... I don't know if people are seeing what we are seeing, right? I'm not sure if they're understanding how epic this sentence is. Hopefully that they are, but I don't know what that happened there. But yeah, we'll bring you back to the chart. We'll bring you back to the chart here. Sorry, guys. I'm just taking care of a little business here. So we are back with some charting. And we're going to take you back over to the other screen. And yeah, we're hanging right at about 54 cents right now. Definitely some retracement there. So yeah, we'll see. We'll continue to follow it here and see where it ends up. You're listening to Doge After Dark with your man, Real Deal Steven Steele. Coming to you live, late breaking, bringing it for you. The absolute epic tale that is Dogecoin that unfolds before us each and every day is just an extraordinary adventure, isn't it, folks? Just an extraordinary adventure. And I'm very pleased to be sharing these moments with you. Guys, I think you've been doing a great job on the thumbs up, so don't worry about that. If you're new here, if you've never watched this program before, I want you to press number 1 in the chat. If you've never watched this program before, I want you to press number 1 in the chat. And also, guys, if you feel compelled to Super Chat, you can ask me any questions or comments through Super Chat in here. It's an excellent way to support my full-time efforts of this coverage and on my content. That's always hugely appreciated. You can do that through YouTube or through Stream Elements. Stream Elements pinned at the top of the chat. So whichever suits your fancy, guys. I'd like to personally welcome the first timers, guys, and I want everyone here, and I want you to personally welcome the new people because we want newcomers to feel very welcome. Esteban, stop spamming the chat. Stop being naughty. We know it's not your first time. U.S. surname. Welcome, welcome. Shelly Armstrong, welcome. Decepticon Prime says 1776 will commence again. You can send Steve. Yes, thank you, Mama Crypto, for holding it down. So just a couple newcomers in here. So mostly the usual crew in here. Sorry, I'm just a huge fan. Esteban, it's okay. It's okay. Don't time out Esteban. He didn't mean it. His excitement got the best of him. Do you have Doge? Yes, I have Doge. Yes, I have Doge. Top Doge, username Top Doge, who is a fan of the show, just invited Elon Musk to join Doge After Dark. Why not, guys? It's a long shot, but you never know. You never know. Tyler Davis coming with $1.99 super chat. Thank you, Tyler. Appreciate that, man. Is it possible for Doge and XRP to have a baby? I like XRP. I didn't used to be a big fan, but they definitely grew on me. And I don't hold any XRP, but that's not because I don't like it. It's just because I don't have the money to invest in it. So I just don't have the money to invest in it right now. I really have to just mind my spending right now. I've seen that. Someone, I saw like a girl tweet that before, Esteban. And for me, I think I'll take Dogecoin. Steel to the Moon loved the banning Joe Blow video. Yeah, that was one of my earlier videos I put out of me having a confrontation with a troll named Joe Blow, calling him out, and yeah. So thank you. You can view it on my channel. It's pretty funny. Elon is watching the best show on earth. Very kind of you to say, Beef Supreme. But I don't think he's watching Steven Steele live. We're not quite that big yet. But I see a few guys inviting Elon Musk to Doge After Dark. Amazing, guys. Amazing. Yeah, this is pretty incredible. Carl's Jr. says Elon is here in spirit. Good to see you guys. Good to see you guys. Johnny Abera says, get out of jail free card for Esteban because we like you. Yes, we love Doge here. I own Doge. Yes. Mehmet says, I'm more excited about this news than I am about my commencement tomorrow. That's funny, dude. That's funny. Doge is just getting started, says Trello. I agree. Free Teslas for Doge Steel viewers. I'll take it. Give me that Cybertruck, baby. That's what I want. I want a Cybertruck. I want a Cybertruck and a pretty girl with a nice figure and long brown hair and a bikini. And enough Doge to retire, my friends. BRB picking up my burger. Nice one. Are you going? I hope you're going to get your burger at Carl's Jr., Dylan, because Carl's Jr.'s in the house. Chad says I reserved a Cybertruck. I'm definitely not in a financial position right now to be reserving a Cybertruck. I'm seeing what's going on Twitter, seeing if any other someone says XLM is really moving right now. We're going to check on that too. I got nothing against XLM. Yeah, we're going to check out the market right now, guys. So Doge is riding right about 54 cents. Ethereum's riding, going towards 3,900. XLM is for the day, it's up about 10%. That's Stellar Lumens. I've liked XLM for a while. Again, I just don't have the money to invest right now, but I've always spoken well of XLM and Stellar Lumens. I've always considered it to be a pretty underrated sleeper that had a lot of potential. That's how I've always felt about XLM. And it's having quite a day. I don't know if I'd buy it right now because I think it's you'd be FOMOing right now to buy on Stellar Lumens. I think you could get it at a better deal. But Stellar Lumens is up 10% of the day, and it's up 24% for the week, which I didn't realize it was up that much this week. So if we look at Stellar Lumens over the course of the last week, I would definitely wait. I would not buy Stellar Lumens right now. I think you can get it for a better deal. The way it's moving, I think you could probably get it for even 10 cents cheaper than where it is right now. But I do think it's going to keep overall moving in an upwards trajectory. In a wily way to get there, but anyway, let me circle back to the chat, see what y'all are talking about. Steve, I'm still waiting on night mode for Voyager. Me too, my friend. Me too. I really wish they'd make night mode for Voyager. It's just getting ridiculous. Ridiculous, my friends. Steven, have you tried to get Coco on the show? Yeah, I have. I just started talking with Coco about that. I will be getting her in at some point. I just don't know when. She didn't give me an answer yet. I invited her on the show. She said she would like to be on the show, and we just haven't agreed on a date yet. So yeah. Yeah. So, basically what we've been hearing tonight from Elon is absolutely epic, to the likes of which we've never seen. What Elon implied tonight was probably the most epic thing I've ever heard him imply in regards to Doge. Yeah, honestly, it is. I mean, he implied that he is working to make optimized Dogecoin to be the currency of Earth. Again, Elon confirmed tonight that he's working to optimize Dogecoin to be the currency of Earth. It doesn't get much more. It doesn't get much more wild than that. It doesn't get much more wild than that. That is wild style. Wild style, my friends. How exciting. How exciting is this? What a time to be alive, folks. What a time to be alive. Mama Crypto says he's definitely getting a lot more fearless in regards to speaking up more about Doge. Yep, for sure. What's up with what is up? Tostadas and the Texas in me Cybertruck. I don't know if I pronounced all that right, but I think I know what it said. Another big green candle coming up here, guys. Another big green weenie coming through. Green weenies, folks. It's all about them big green weenies. Yes, indeed. We're right about to hit 54 cents, I imagine, guys. I'm going to kind of close up on this a bit more. Yep, and we're just hitting 54 cents, floating around there. About ready to come back to it. RD, it was a response, so it wasn't on his main Twitter page, but I was just breaking it down for people before. It was more like an implied thing, but I think, to me, it reads pretty clearly. And I tweeted out about it just about 15 minutes ago. And it's getting a lot of retweets, and it's getting around pretty quickly now. That is very interesting. So somebody just sent me something, a regular viewer. Interesting. Thank you, Zero Fox, for sending that over. I'm going to call someone out here, and I rarely do this. But it's a guy that I had on the show here, which surprises me. I had him as a guest on one time. And Dogecoin for Insomniacs, and I thought it went really well. I'm just thinking if I should do this or not. So I had him on earlier in the week. His name was his name's Lucas Bean. Okay, his name's Lucas Bean. And I just don't understand what he's doing, because he follows me on Twitter. I had him as a guest here on my show. And he's doing a live stream right now on Twitter. He's doing a Twitter space right now, and he's calling it Doge After Dark. And I was on a Twitter space with him just last night, where he kept saying Doge After Dark, Doge After Dark, and he thought the way he was saying it was just kind of like interesting. And then he's like, everyone tweet out Doge After Dark. That's what we're calling this space, and so we're calling this Twitter space. And I spoke up and I said, hey man, you do know that I have a show called Doge After Dark that I've been doing for the last few months. And he said, oh, okay. And then, so here he is, even after me telling him this and informing him of this, he's like doing Twitter space rooms called Doge After Dark while I'm literally doing a show called Doge After Dark. Some people, man, I don't know. So I don't know. But I don't appreciate that, and I'm sorry that I let Lucas Bean on the show. I don't know. I just don't think very highly of that. I could understand if he didn't know. You know, if he didn't know, but the fact that I told him, like literally last night, I told him that I had a show called that. Just think of your own name. You know what I mean? So, I mean, what the hell, Lucas Bean? Like, I let you on my show. I gave him a platform. I was very nice to him. I thought he did pretty well as a guest, you know? But, I don't know. I don't know what's up with that. I don't know, guys. I don't know. And it's funny that he's doing it literally while I'm on the air. I just like, I don't know, like, it just takes a certain kind of audacity, man. Yeah, Evie, the Lucas that was on here a couple of days ago. Anyway, let's see what kind of music we got going on. Oh yeah, this song is intense. It's like this song sounds like a synthwave version of like Escape from New York, like sped up. Pure Beats, $5. All 98 of us should send him a DM at the same time telling him about himself. That pisses me off. I watch you work the show from the floor up. Thank you, Imperial Beats. Thank you. Yeah, you just, you know, you guys can tell him, just don't be too mean. Just, you know, let him know if you feel like it. If you like it, you know. Yeah, I've been Doge After Dark since the crypto days. Yes, yes. That is true.
That is true. I just feel like that. I think what's funny is like the only thing that irks me about it, you guys, is like I literally told the guy, like I was on the air when I told him that I had a show called Doge After Dark for the last several months. Like I specifically told him that last night. So I don't understand, especially since I was kind enough to offer him my airwaves a few nights ago, and he was a great guest while he was on. So I'm just, I don't understand why he's doing this. I don't understand it, guys. So, I'm just not used to dealing with people like this. I don't know. I'm not going to say anything more about it. I'm just going to move on. I'm not going to say anything more about it. We're riding right about 54 cents, you guys. Doing pretty good here. Elon obviously tweeting out, implying something, the most epic news that we've seen. It's just pretty incredible. Pretty incredible because, you know, here we have a guy who, even like Celeste said earlier in the chat tonight, we've never seen anything. We've never seen Elon be so brazen about his support for Doge before. This is new. Elon has definitely gone next level bold on Doge, right? So this is pretty interesting. This is pretty interesting. Very interesting development. And this is a trajectory we've seen with Elon over the past week, ever since he announced his breakup from his business relationship between Tesla and Bitcoin. You know, Elon's got all in. Elon has gone all in for Doge, to the point of offering the public a level of transparency that is just really fascinating, right? It's really fascinating to see. So it's just kind of cool because he is basically doing it in real time in front of the public, where he's like, "Hey, I'm trying to optimize Dogecoin in its speed, efficiency, and price and fees, with a specific effort of making it the currency of Earth." To me, that was the most wild thing that I've ever seen him tweet. Just not even digital currency of Earth, or the primary digital currency of Earth, or the primary cryptocurrency of Earth. Just literally currency of Earth. It sounds like I'm breaking up. I'm sorry, guys. My computer's running a little slow. Let me minimize a few things. That should help. I'm working on it, guys. All right, that should get a little better. Can you guys hear me okay? Sometimes it'll get a little choppy if I've been on the air for quite a while. And I've been on the air for over 3 hours now, so that's part of the problem. Can you guys okay? Homelander, just let me know if you guys can hear me okay. Homelander coming in with a $5 super chat. No worries, Steven. You've got steel balls and no one can take that away. Yes, I'm hammered at the local dive, but still listening. Screw that guy. Thank you. Thank you for the super chat. Thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much, guys. I'm trying to fix the connection, you guys. Can you guys hear me now? Just let me know if you guys can hear me.